When you see Paul Sklar at 54 years old, the first thing you notice isn't just muscle or leanness. It's how young he looks. His skin, posture, energy, and overall presence resemble someone decades younger. That doesn't happen by accident, and it doesn't come from extreme dieting. Paul's nutrition philosophy is built on one core belief. Food should support longevity, hormones, muscle, and recovery at the same time. He doesn't eat to punish his body. He eats to protect it. Instead of chasing complicated meal plans, Paul focuses on a small number of powerful foods that consistently show up in his daily routine. These foods stabilize blood sugar, preserve muscle, reduce inflammation, and support hormonal balance, all critical factors for looking young after 50. The first food Paul prioritizes is high-quality protein. After the age of 40, muscle loss accelerates rapidly if protein intake drops. Muscle isn't just about strength or appearance. It keeps metabolism high, protects joints, improves insulin sensitivity, and supports posture. Paul builds every meal around protein, so his body always has the raw materials it needs to repair and maintain lean tissue. Eggs, fish, lean meats, and protein shakes are common staples. Protein keeps hunger under control and prevents energy crashes throughout the day. This is one of the biggest reasons Paul stays lean without feeling deprived. His meals satisfy him physically and hormonally, which prevents overeating later. The second key food group is healthy fats. Paul understands that hormones are built from fats, not from sugar. As men age, testosterone naturally declines, inflammation increases, and joints become more sensitive. Healthy fats help counteract all of that. Avocados, olive oil, nuts, seeds, and fatty fish play an essential role in his diet. These fats support brain health, reduce joint stiffness, improve nutrient absorption, and help stabilize mood and energy. Many people over 50 cut fat too aggressively and unknowingly sabotage their hormones. Paul does the opposite. He uses fat strategically to stay strong and youthful. The third core food category is fiber-rich carbohydrates, especially vegetables. Paul does not eliminate carbs. Instead, he chooses carbs that work with his body rather than against it. Vegetables, greens, and low glycemic carb sources provide fuel without triggering fat gain or energy crashes. Fiber improves digestion, feeds gut bacteria, and helps regulate appetite. A healthy gut improves nutrient absorption, immune function, and even mental clarity. This is a major reason Paul's body composition stays tight year-round without extreme restriction. One of the most important aspects of Paul's diet is consistency. He doesn't eat perfectly, but he eats intentionally. Processed foods, excess sugar, and late-night snacking are limited because they interfere with sleep, recovery, and inflammation control. Paul treats food as fuel, not entertainment. Hydration is another major factor. Water supports circulation, joint lubrication, digestion, and muscle performance. Many people feel stiff and tired simply because they're dehydrated. Paul treats hydration as part of his daily discipline, not something he remembers only during workouts. Meal timing is flexible but purposeful. Paul avoids long periods of undereating that can lead to muscle loss, hormone disruption, and binge eating later. Each meal has a reason. Each meal contributes to recovery and energy. The biggest lesson from Paul Sklar's diet is that simplicity wins. A few high-quality foods eaten consistently create results that no short-term diet ever could. He doesn't chase perfection. He chases sustainability. For anyone over 50, this approach works because it respects the body instead of fighting it. Eat enough protein, don't fear healthy fats, prioritize vegetables, drink water, repeat this daily, and your body will respond. Paul Sklar's workout secrets. Paul Sklar's workouts are the reason his nutrition actually works. Without training, food alone can't preserve muscle, posture, or metabolic health. But unlike many people who train aggressively in their youth and break down later, Paul trains with a long-term mindset. His training philosophy is simple: build strength, protect joints, and move well for life. The foundation of his workouts is functional strength training. Instead of isolating muscles endlessly, Paul focuses on movements that train the body as a system. Squats, hinges, pushes, pulls, carries, and rotational movements form the backbone of his program. These movements improve balance, coordination, posture, and real-world strength. Paul prioritizes form over ego. Every repetition is controlled. Momentum is minimized. Joints stay aligned. This approach reduces injury risk while maximizing muscle activation. As the body ages, sloppy reps become expensive. Paul understands that quality reps build longevity. He trains consistently, but not recklessly. Instead of crushing his body once a week, he spreads volume across multiple sessions. This allows him to stimulate muscle growth without overwhelming his joints or nervous system. Consistency beats intensity when the goal is long-term fitness. Resistance training remains non-negotiable. Muscle is the foundation of youth. Strong muscles protect joints, stabilize the spine, and keep metabolism elevated. Paul lifts weights not to chase personal records, but to maintain strength year after year. Conditioning is layered in intelligently. Paul uses circuits, sled pushes, loaded carries, and controlled cardio to keep his heart strong and body athletic. He avoids excessive pounding or endless long-distance running. Conditioning supports his strength. It doesn't compete with it. Warm-ups and mobility are treated with respect. Paul prepares his joints, hips, shoulders, and spine before loading them. This is one of the biggest differences between people who stay active into their 50s and those who don't. Injuries often come from poor preparation, not from training itself. Recovery is built into the system. Sleep, rest days, and active recovery are prioritized. When the body signals fatigue, Paul adjusts volume instead of forcing progress. This flexibility allows him to train consistently without long layoffs. Another key principle is progression without obsession. Paul focuses on maintaining strength, improving movement quality, and staying pain-free. Progress doesn't always mean heavier weights. Sometimes it means better control, better range of motion, or faster recovery. The reason Paul Sklar looks 30 at 54 isn't because he trains like a 20-year-old. It's because he trains like someone who wants to stay strong for decades. His workouts respect the aging process while still challenging the body to adapt. For anyone over 50, his approach is a blueprint. Lift weights, move your body, protect your joints, recover well, stay consistent. You don't need extreme workouts to look young. You need intelligent training applied over time. That's how Paul Sklar stays strong, lean, and youthful. And that's how you can too. When you put everything together, the reason Paul Sklar looks 30 at 54 becomes very clear. It's not genetics, it's not obsession, and it's definitely not perfection. It's a system built on smart eating, intelligent training, and a mindset that understands longevity. His diet works because it's simple and repeatable. Protein anchors every meal to protect muscle, metabolism, and strengthen as the body ages. Healthy fats support hormones, joints, and brain health instead of being feared. Vegetables and fiber-rich carbs keep digestion efficient and inflammation under control. Hydration supports everything from recovery to energy to joint health. Nothing is extreme, but everything is intentional. At the same time, Paul understands that enjoyment matters. He doesn't live in constant restriction. Cheat meals are part of the plan, not a failure. They're used strategically to reset mentally, maintain balance, and make long-term consistency possible. This is why he can stay disciplined year after year without burning out. One of his favorite indulgences is his chocolate protein shake. It's not junk food disguised as health. It's a smart way to enjoy flavor while still supporting recovery. These shakes satisfy cravings, deliver protein to muscles, and help him stay on track without feeling deprived. This approach proves that staying lean after 50 doesn't require misery. It requires intelligence. His training follows the same philosophy. He lifts weights to preserve muscle, posture, and strength. He trains movements, not just muscles, to stay athletic and pain-free. Conditioning supports heart health without destroying joints. Mobility and warm-ups protect his body before heavy work begins. Recovery is respected instead of ignored. Paul doesn't train to exhaustion. He trains to be consistent. He understands that what matters most isn't one perfect workout. It's thousands of good ones over time. That's why he can still train hard at 54, while many people slow down or quit entirely. The real lesson from Paul Sklar isn't about copying his exact meals or workouts. It's about adopting his mindset. Eat to support your body, not punish it. Train to build strength, not injuries. Allow enjoyment without guilt. And think in decades, not weeks. If you're over 50 and want to look younger, feel stronger, and stay capable for life, Paul's approach proves it's possible without extremes, shortcuts, or suffering. Consistency, intelligence, and balance. That's the real secret.